My name is Bailey Williams, and I'm the tax policy researcher at Policy Matters Ohio, a nonpartisan, nonprofit research institute with the mission of creating a more vibrant, equitable, inclusive, and sustainable Ohio. I'm also here with Zach Schiller, our research director. We urge you to approve Senate Bill 271, which would provide targeted tax relief to homeowners and renters who need it. Sharp rises in home assessment values have made property tax relief a pressing issue. Senate Bill 271 provides the best answer to property tax squeezes being felt by some Ohioans. It is a policy that is embraced by states across the country, a property tax circuit breaker. As the name implies, much like an electrical circuit breaker prevents electric current overloads, it would reduce the load if property taxes are too high a share of income. Property tax reductions must be aimed specifically and only at those who truly need them. That's exactly what a circuit breaker does, targeting those who are paying an outsized share of their income in property taxes. The typical circuit breaker mechanism works like this. A qualifying household pays property taxes up to a threshold percentage of income. If the household's property tax bill exceeds this limit, the state picks up all or a portion of tax payments made above it, up to a cap in many places. Crucially, as with Ohio's existing homestead exemption, the state pays the cost, protecting schools, counties, and other taxing entities. This state support is standard across the country. Senate Bill 271 adopts the best style of circuit breaker. It would cover any household, regardless of age of the homeowner or renter, and covers renters who pay for property tax through their rent. Policy Matters Ohio issued a report earlier this year outlining two possible circuit breakers, one of which is featured in SB 271. The Institute of Taxation and Economic Policy, or ITEP, a Washington, D.C. nonprofit with a sophisticated model of state and local taxes, modeled them for us. We will focus here on the circuit breaker included in SB 271, which would kick in when a property tax exceeds 5% of income. It would be worth up to $1,000 per year for homeowners and renters with income under $60,000 a year. This proposal is based on renters paying an estimated 15% of their rent in property tax. It includes a cap on the home value or rent value for those eligible with the credit. These are set based on the median home value and monthly rent in the county where those are highest. Most recently, this would be Delaware County, as of now, where the caps are valued for home values at $438,300 and monthly rents of $1,370. According to the ITEP analysis, SB 271 would benefit about 1 in 6 Ohio taxpayers. More than 40% of Ohio's lowest income earners earning under $22,000 would receive an average tax cut of $698. Almost a quarter of those earning between $22,000 and $45,000 a year would get an average benefit of $620. Overall, ITEP estimates this cost would come out to roughly $768 million a year, although the recent LSC fiscal note put this cost at roughly $820 million, with about $300 million of that going to renters and the rest going to homeowners. The new circuit breaker program in Ohio proposed in SB 271 would be provided as an income tax credit and as a standalone rebate to those who don't pay income tax. Utilizing an income tax credit allows lawmakers to provide tax relief while avoiding unintended consequences that may come with property tax reform. Specifically, a circuit breaker would not violate Article 12, Section 2 of the Ohio Constitution, requiring property taxation to be uniform according to value. The circuit breaker does not change the assessment value while its credit value is based on income and property taxes paid. Further, as an income-based credit, the circuit breaker would not interfere with the Fair School Funding Plan. The state could pay for such a program by rolling back special interest tax breaks like the business income deduction, the sales tax deduction for data centers, and the commercial activity tax exemption for suppliers to big pharmaceutical warehouses. This is the most targeted form of property tax relief. It goes to those who need it most because property taxes take a hefty share of their income. One can set the parameters differently, of course, as well as limits to place on it. The state would also need to do outreach to make people aware of this program. Experience in other states show that not everyone applies for it, so there need to be an outreach campaign surrounding it. Homeowners would still pay their full property tax bills and then get an income tax refund or rebates after the fact. While homestead exemptions for the elderly are helpful, and expanding Ohio's existing such exemptions would provide limited aid to some, A circuit breaker of this kind can provide significant tax relief and cover other homeowners who are affected just as much as elderly homeowners. This includes those who live in gentrifying areas and neighborhoods and those who may face a loss of income for unemployment or divorce. It is structured to help renters who are also affected by rising property values. At the same time, there are longtime elderly homeowners who may be able to afford their property taxes and who do not need state support. Ohio already provides insulation against tax hikes for many, and it's important that any additional property tax relief be carefully tailored. 17 states, including Michigan and West Virginia, offer circuit breakers with one or more income thresholds, as in SB 271. Another dozen states have similar income programs, but ones that provide a flat dollar amount or a percentage of property taxes, Pennsylvania being among them, which recently expanded this program. Such programs vary considerably, but they are available and offered in a wide variety of states from Oklahoma to Vermont. ITEP found in a report last year that of states that have these programs, 21 extended their program to at least some renters, while 13 made them available to non-seniors. Michigan, for instance, does both. Ohio can establish its own parameters how they see fit. Ohio's General Assembly should create a circuit breaker, the most targeted form of property tax relief, and I urge you to approve SB 271. I appreciate the opportunity to testify